と雪印食品、雪印ローリーの提供でお送りします。
美味しくなるのはなぜですか？白ってスイート。
出ました。100% ビーフの本格派牛ハンバーグステーキ新発売。牛肉のうまみを生かしたまろやかな風味。
ビーフ 100% で
Very beautiful。
うまい。
本格粗挽きタイプ牛ハンバーグステーキ雪印から。
子供も大人もお腹がパワーの決め手だぞ。生きた乳酸菌がたっぷり、雪印ローリーエース。
お腹にパワーローリー飲んで12円引き。
雪印ローリーエース。
北の海からはるばるやってきました。私ホタテ貝。天性の旨味を持った私のようなものはシンプルに仕上げるのが美味しい料理の秘訣のようです。それにしてもバターのあの香ばしい風味にホタテ心をそそられる格別の夜でございます。味はバターで決まりです。バターは雪印。
フルーツが入っちゃってるヨーグルトだなんておじさんも食べたい。
フルーツ入りです。雪印ヨーグル。
ヨーグルトとフルーツを一緒に楽しむなんて、そりゃ贅沢だ。
フルーツ入りです。雪印ヨーグル。
まさこちゃんはスライスチーズのおいしそうにパキッとヘッヘッと食べた。大輔くんはおいしそうにラリルレロと食べた。
Hello, test 1 2. Hey, I think we are ready. Welcome to a brand new cooking stream. Brand new style cooking stream. I mean, obviously it's a new stream. I haven't done it before. But this one's going to be a little bit different because I cleaned up many of my other cooking streams. You can tell that the prep area here is a lot more roomy, spacious. Yeah, so I'm putting a little more effort into these cooking streams, I guess you could say. One thing I got to remember is I got to keep my mouth right next to my mic because, you know, doing these streams and you're kind of like reaching over, wandering around, and all this other sort of stuff. And I have noticed that when I do that, just the mic doesn't pick up anything. It's really bad. Okay. We are making meatloaf today. We have a meatloaf pan, and I have 2 pounds of ground turkey. Now, of course, you can make meatloaf. Excuse me, I just realized I wasn't speaking into the mic again. After I just told everybody I was going to fix that. Okay, anyway. Of course, you can make this with beef instead. I tend to like using turkey instead of ground beef, or just about anywhere you use ground beef, because it is so much cheaper and it's lower calorie too. Now, there's one problem we might run into. I don't know if this is going to fit once we like add the bindings and other things, right? I mean, I guess if it doesn't, I can just make like half of a can or something, you know. I'll just use half of it or something after we mix it. Anyway, we are also going to make some mashed potatoes for a side and some vegetables, steamed vegetables. And we'll get to that when we get to it. First thing we're going to do is the meatloaf, though, because we're going to bake that. I got my oven over here. Excuse me, I just did it again. I have my oven over here. It's because like I have to kind of turn my head like this to look at the camera to make sure that you guys can see what I'm like touching. Here, let me see if I can kind of there. Hopefully that's a little bit better. I also need to get chat on the screen, make sure I can see that. There. Okay. Right. So we're gonna do the meatloaf first, and it's gonna have to bake for like half an hour, and then like another 10 minutes after that. I don't really have like a family meatloaf recipe, so I'm following a recipe which involves like baking it twice. Basically, you bake it once, you put the sauce on it, and then you bake it again. The sauce is not just ketchup, it is like some sort of this is what kind of turned me on to this recipe. Trying this is it's gonna be like a sauce with like mixed together ingredients. It's not just slathering ketchup on it, right? Although ketchup is going to be a component. So we're going to start this first, get it baking, and then we will take care of the vegetables and the potatoes. All right. First thing we're going to do is cut onions. Hopefully not fried. Cutting board, like cutting knife. I got my onion. We basically need half a cup chopped onion. I'm probably just going to eyeball it, not actually measure it. So that is half a cup. It's actually smaller than I thought. You know, if I end up going over, it's fine. We're going to put salt into this bowl here. Bigger. All right, this is a sweet onion. Obviously you can use other types of onions, but I'm just going to use this. Follow the recipe here and use the sweet onion. Get the outer layers here. Really? You're gonna give me trouble with this? That is not coming off. I realize I gotta kind of move gotta remember to move my arms forward a little bit so you guys can see it a bit better. Pull my get into okay. Peeled off there. Now it's coming off. Okay. Probably just cut up this whole half here. It's probably gonna be, you know what? That's probably gonna be too much. But we'll see here. Boy, this outer layer is just giving me all sorts of. I don't want to cut the heel off yet. Okay, so of course the thing when you're cooking meatloaf, right, is moisture. Don't want it to be too dry. I tried a recipe once. I'm gonna stand up to do this. Oh shoot! I came out of it. Hold up. Okay. I did a recipe once. I'm not doing it this time, but I enjoyed the recipe. I tried it once. It was meatloaf made in a pressure cooker. The pressure cooker is just like the generic term for a what is the brand name? I'm forgetting the brand name. Instant Pot, right? An Instant Pot is just a pressure cooker with a fancy brand. That turned out really well, actually, because like when you use a pressure cooker, the moisture has nowhere to go, so it's pretty much impossible for it to dry, right? But I'm not doing it this time. I'm just going to do a standard oven recipe. I figure more people have ovens than pressure cookers, although a lot more people have pressure cookers than they used to, thanks to like that magic Instant Pot branding, right? Okay. Chopping the onion pretty fine. Texture is also something with meatloaf, right? You don't want like big chunks of onion or big chunks of anything really in the meatloaf. So I'm gonna try to cut this not ridiculously fine, but fine is like the B. That is turning out good, I think. Let's see. I think that's about half a cup. I'll do a little bit more. Okay. That is probably well over half a cup. Go with that. Put the onion. Where are we gonna put the onion? Not a good place. I'll have to move it later, but whatever. Okay. So, the way I cut it, like it looks like it's big, but I mean you just kind of touch it and it falls apart in small pieces, right? So I'm not going to mince it any further. We'll go with that, and then once I start mixing it, it will break apart even more. Might be a little strong on the onion, but I think that's fine. Onion and garlic, I can deal with. Right? Alright, let's get the cutting board out of the way. Alright. Let's go ahead and get the beef in there. Get a knife, open that up. Shoot over this. This particular, you can see it's 85 lean, 50% fat. Like usually if you go just get like a pound of ground turkey, it'll be like 90. But going back to like the moisture thing, you kind of want to use a fatty meat on your meatloaf, right? So that's why I got this kind instead. It has a little, will have a little more fat to hopefully keep things a little bit moister. Right? That nice. Okay. What do we got next? 2 large eggs. One. 2. A little bit, you guys can see it a little bit better, hopefully. Oh no, I got some shell in there. Make kind of a mess in this last egg. Let me wipe it down. Clean as we go, yeah. All right. Worcestershire sauce. No, ketchup. And then, well, ketchup I got just generic store brand, but I got the no corn syrup kind. Getting a little bit fancy with their ketchup, right? Here, I'm looking at the playback. You guys can't see that very well. Let me get it right up in the camera's face there. All right. Kind of reflective. I don't really use ketchup that much, so I bought a new bottle for this because I know whatever I have in my refrigerator is probably going to be out of date. All right. They want me to use 4 tablespoons. Okay. Pop this one out of the key ring here. And all right. One. Excuse me. 3 and come on. There we go. 4. All right. Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons. And I need to open this bottle up. Give me one sec here. Worcestershire sauce is also something I don't buy often enough to really keep around. I had to buy a new bottle of that too. All right. Come on. 1. And 2. That smells savory. All right. It's calling for Dijon mustard. Now I didn't know if they wanted the dry stuff or just like liquid stuff like this. Liquid stuff. Oh, the label is backwards for you guys, huh? The liquid stuff I use more often, of course, so I just got the liquid stuff. Teaspoon. I mean, it's like part of the thing here is when you're shopping, and I'll come back to this later. But shopping for a new recipe, you want to try to get ingredients that you're going to use again. You're not just going to like never touch it again after you do the recipe, right? It wants 2 teaspoons of this. I don't know why it wants that little. That seems like very little. Oh, I'm gonna have to tap on this too. Okay. No, I wanted 2 teaspoons. 1. That ought to do it, right? Okay, now it's calling for garlic. I'm not gonna do raw garlic. I have this powdered garlic stuff that I need to use up. I don't know when I bought this stuff, but it is probably better that I use it up sooner rather than later. And it wants 4 cloves of garlic. I'm going to say that is roughly 5 cloves of garlic. So I'm going to use like that much. Once again, if that's too much, I'm a garlic fan, so I probably won't have a problem with it. it wants 1 teaspoon of salt. I don't know why it wants additional salt. Because, like, Worcestershire sauce has salt in it, but whatever. So, a little more salt. Alright. It also wants freshly ground black pepper. Oh, you know what? I wasn't going to use salt. I was going to use this stuff. I guess it's a little too late because I put some salt in there, but whenever anything calls for salt and pepper, I like to use this stuff instead. Montreal seasoning, right? You can see I buy the Costco bottles because I use it so much. It's on steaks, chicken, just about anything, right? It has salt and pepper and other things in it. Shouldn't have added the salt. Alright, then I'm not going to use this. I don't want to add more salt to this. I will just use the pepper independently then. It wants half teaspoon of freshly ground. Well, of course, I'm not going to do freshly ground. Who has a pepper grinder? Probably a lot of people, but not me. So we'll say that's half a teaspoon. Okay, and then the onion, we add the onion, and then breadcrumbs. So the thing with breadcrumbs is that they're kind of expensive. You can't really use them for many things. You can use them for like breading chicken if you make like chicken tenders or something like that. But you can use oatmeal, right? So this is the instant oatmeal, and you want to use this for meatloaf because the it's cut smaller. The instant oatmeal, like the oats, are cut smaller so that they cook faster, right? And so that's the one you want to use for meatloaf. Now it's still gonna have more of a texture to it than the breadcrumbs would, right? So it's not gonna be the same as using breadcrumbs. I'm not claiming that, but it is cheaper and it's good because they're more versatile. Like you can just eat them for breakfast, right? How much do they want? They want half a cup. So I generally prefer to make mine with oatmeal. But I totally understand. Just like I totally understand if you want to use beef rather than turkey. I totally understand if you want to use breadcrumbs rather than oatmeal. Boom. All right. We are now going to contaminate our hands and mix this garbage together. Move all this stuff out of the way. Okay. Let me get back on my feet. Get a little more comfortable. Okay. Oh, I don't want to pull it too far forward. You can't see it. Okay. How's that? You guys can see that? Alright, so yes, best way to mix oatmeal with your hands. Obviously, I am trying to be semi-anonymous here. I'm using my gloves. You can't see the details of my hand. You can't record my fingerprints and you know, leave them at a murder scene or something like that. Whatever people do with fingerprints when they record fingerprints, I don't know. So we're just going to mix it with our hands. We're going to try to break up that egg and get that incorporated in, because that's going to be our binder, right? It's going to bind the oats to everything else. We're going to break apart those onions, get those into nice little cute little pieces. What do you call them? Onions, when you like make them really small. I'm forgetting, not dice. Anyway, we're gonna make them small. Smells pretty good. Get that all mixed together. And then I'm going to change my glove. Well, I'll get it into the pan first. In fact, I feel like I want to even still wash my hands after I change my gloves. I might even do that. Be on the paranoid side. All right. Getting close. I think we're getting close. I can really smell that onion and the garlic. Gonna come together nice. Oh, I should need to preheat my oven. Shoot. I don't want to touch it with these gloves though. Shoot. I was supposed to do that before I started combining all the ingredients. Didn't I have my frickin' notes here, and I have that highlighted in my notes, and I didn't do it. Alright, well, we will make do. I'm gonna call that good there. Go ahead and get that into the pan and see if it's gonna fit. I think it will. Smush it down flat. Actually, that's perfect, isn't it? Look at that. So if you don't have a meatloaf pan like this, a loaf pan, you can just use like a flat casserole dish. I've cooked in that before. It works fine. But you know, for that like distinctive like squarish meatloaf shape, you gotta get one of these. And obviously they're not that expensive at Walmart or wherever. Okay. I'm gonna call that good. Let me change my gloves here. This song sampling game. Now that I have one hand, get the other. All right, that will do. Okay, so we're gonna preheat to 350. At least the good thing with this little oven is that it'll preheat fairly quickly. I'm gonna set the timer to 30 minutes and start. Okay, so that's preheating. While that's preheating, let's clean up this area a bit. I had some sort of like disinfectant spray. I should have brought that. But I think that will be fine. All right. Set this aside. All right. What are we gonna do next? Let me check out my notes here. I mean, my notes are already kind of in a mess because I screwed up on the preheating the oven, but you know what? It's fine. Wait, it's cooking already. Does it not need to preheat? Hold up. I guess it doesn't need to preheat after all. Okay, let's reset it. This is... I still don't know how this thing works. Okay. Back to oven, 350. No, that's roast. I'm gonna go to bake. There we go. 350, 30 minutes. Okay. Confirm. We'll pop this in here. Start. Okay. Okay, I have half an hour to start cooking the other vegetables. I'll get my cutting board. Get this back on the scene. I'm going to cook my vegetables in this. This is a steaming pot. This is a very nice thing to use for cooking. So it's just a normal pot, right? Nice reflective pot. This is also a very nice reflective little basket. It's a steamer basket. So we're going to put water in here at the very bottom, and then this is going to sit above the level of the water. And the vegetables are going to go on here and they're going to steam. Now the little coffee cup, I'm going to put some ingredients for a sauce in there to pour on the vegetables. And normally I don't really use sauce on my vegetables. I might use like salt and pepper. But for this recipe, let's make it more human friendly, I guess. We will use a honey butter sauce. Let's go ahead and start with the carrots first. Here. We're gonna do one carrot. I'm just gonna just do one. I'm gonna do kind of a smaller serving size for this because it's just gonna be me eating it, so I don't want to make too much. So just gonna do one carrot. I'm gonna cut it about like maybe 1/8 of an inch thick. Yep. I don't know if you can hear that oven going. God, geez, these things are rolling all over the place. And then we'll just do that with the end part. Alright, let's put those in a layer at the bottom of the pot here. I did wash that carrot ahead of time, by the way. I think I should make more. I do have another carrot. I did bring another carrot. You know what? What is life without some carrot, right? Let's do it. Why not? I'll eat it eventually. Alright. So we're just going to spread it in like an even layer on the bottom of the pot there. Alright. So that's not going to be our only vegetable though. Our other vegetable is going to be Brussels sprouts. I got to remember to pronounce them as Brussels and not Brussels because apparently that's wrong. They are Brussels sprouts. Now, Brussels sprouts have a bad rap. They're perfectly fine. Like, look at them. They're just basically like tiny cabbages, right? How can you hate Brussels sprouts? I think what it is it's one of those vegetables where, like, one of those foods where, like, some people have, like, some sort of thing with their body where, they just think they taste like garbage, but I think most people don't have that, right? So if you haven't at least tried Brussels sprouts, I encourage you to try them. Like, look at them. What's so scary about that? It's basically just tiny cabbage, right? I like Brussels sprouts. I am on Team Brussels sprout. I am a Brussels sprout defender. Usually I'll eat them frozen. Or, you know, you can just buy frozen bags of them at grocery stores and things like that. I'm doing them fresh this time. We're just going to cut off like the dirty end parts there, right? And cut them in half so they steam a little more evenly. I did wash them earlier. This too is looking like it's going to be a whole lot more than just one serving of Brussels sprouts, but that's fine. It's fine. Boom. Okay, put that in there. And boom. All right. So the Brussels sprouts will be kind of on top of the carrot. That'll work. All right, so for the sauce, we're gonna just make a little buddy hunter sauce. Honey butter sauce. We're gonna use the stupid bear. We're gonna squirt the bear in there. I'm gonna go for like 2/3 honey to butter. If you get too much butter in there, you're gonna get it a little bit too runny. That is probably more than enough honey there. And butter, use this one first. Use a little bit more. And I just like to cook it with the vegetables, steam it with the vegetables, because it just means don't have to use another pot or anything like that. It works pretty well. And pop that in there, just like that, right? Okay. Let's get these steaming. Got Burner Coon, he's back. Say hi, Burner Coon. Hello. That was silly, I'm sorry. Cartridge in. There we go. I'm gonna need to put water in here. I forgot about that. So let me go grab some water and put it in this pot really quick. All right, so with these pots, like when you're steaming something, you're steaming it, you're not boiling it. So you don't want the water to like go over. See, that's too much water. How did I end up doing that? All right, let me pour a little water. All right, let's try this. That's better. Okay. Why are we steaming instead of boiling? Because steaming keeps more nutrition in there. When you boil things, a lot of the vegetable just goes into the water. I don't want to do that. All right, I've got that puppy at maximum heat. And I can feel it just going. So now we watch a pot while it boils, right? You can see here in the oven, the timer is currently at 20 minutes and 32 seconds. That element in the oven is coming off as like purple in the camera, isn't it? That's really weird. Okay, what can we do while waiting for this? Right. I talked about why we're steaming. We want to keep that nutrition in there. This is going to be so good. The vegetables alone are going to be great. I can't wait. Okay. And then we're going to make mashed potatoes. I guess I could start cutting the potatoes kind of off to the side here. Do you think I have enough space? I wanted to do mashed potatoes ever since I saw Clara doing mashed potatoes with, is it memory? It's such an awful job. They were terrible. This is roughly a pound of potatoes. You cut off like these parts here. Gross part. Ooh, that one goes deep. Get that out of there. See that pot steaming up? That's good. I think the rest of the potatoes good. I did wash these earlier. I just didn't do anything else to them. Get that out of there. Okay. And this one has a big chunk here. Alright, I think that's it. We're gonna go for about like a 1 inch dice of potatoes. It's gonna be a little bit smaller. That. Oh, forgot to peel them. No, I didn't. I don't peel my mashed potatoes. Get out of here with that. Around here we are men. We make mashed potatoes with the skins on. We make them with this red potato. You can make them with the cheaper, baked potatoes. That's fine. I don't like those though. The russet, whatever they're called. I like to use the red ones or the yellow ones, Maybe I wouldn't actually be able to taste the difference if we did like a taste test or something like that. But in my mind, they taste better. Right? I'm sorry, you guys can't really see that. I keep forgetting I have to really get it up there in order for you guys to see it. Can I move this a little bit more to the side? I can. Okay. Boom. They're a little big. Okay, that should be good. And I'm gonna put the potatoes in this pot right here. Put them in this pot right here. Let's talk about this pot. This pot is a nice one. It has these spouts on the side, right? Then also, if you see the lid, it has these holes. It's a strainer pot. So if you put the lid on the pot so that it aligns with these spouts, you can just strain the water like that, right? Can you see that? And so that's what we're gonna do when we are done boiling the potatoes. Get the potatoes in there. All right, now I'm gonna get some water for the potatoes. I'm gonna get the potatoes down in like a flat layer at the bottom of the pot, and then I'm gonna cover it with about like an inch of water. We're not gonna fill this pot all the way to the top. We're just gonna cover it with about an inch of water. Let me go get that water right now. I'll be right back. Meanwhile, those vegetables are coming along. I'll check on those vegetables when I get back. All right, we're done with cutting board clean here. Let me move him out of the way. Now, ideally, I would have a second burner, and I would be starting these right now. But I do not have a second burner. Where did I put my fork? It's over here. Hold up. Okay. Let's open this up and see how we're doing. You can see, oh, the butter is not quite melted there. These are, yeah, those are still too tough. Let's let them soften up a bit more. I guess we can salt the butter. Salt the potatoes while we're waiting. Nothing more to do right now but wait. Oven timer's at 1342. I don't really smell it. Maybe just because a whole bunch of other things going on. Let's see. How does that look on the... It's kind of messy on the camera, but you know, that's what a kitchen is, right? A clean kitchen is one that is not being used. So, I guess I can talk about the mashed potatoes again. So, like, the thing that bothered me about the mashed potatoes in Clara, that she didn't actually mash the potatoes. She was like trying to smush them with a fork. Clara, if you're watching this, the secret mashed potatoes is a potato masher. You see this? This is like 98 cents at Walmart or something. No, it's probably not anymore. It's probably closer to like $3 or $4 at least. But it's a simple implement. You can't make a fork. Get out of here. Look, after we're done boiling these, we're gonna mash the hell out of them with a proper tool. And then we're gonna mash them some more, because like when you think you're done with mashed potatoes, you're not. We're not going to get them like as smooth and as buttery as like you know, either coming from a box or like using when some other tools used to mash them. They're still gonna be a little lumpy just because that we're human, right? That's fine. Still better than what you're gonna get with a fork. And it took so long for her to do it. Where do I even go with it? You know what? I guess what we could do while we're waiting here, I can make the meatloaf. Let's get potatoes out of the way here. Can I put them on? Alright, so the meatloaf sauce they want us to make here is going to have a whole bunch of ingredients that we already had. Alright, it wants half a cup of ketchup. That is a lot of ketchup. So the sauce itself is not just ketchup, but it's obviously ketchup based, right? So, look at all that ketchup. There's like almost one American serving. A bit more. So we'll call that half a cup. Now 6 tablespoons of light brown sugar. Now I don't have light brown sugar, I just have the dark stuff left over from... What recipe did I use those in? Was that in the chocolate cookies? I think that was the chocolate cookies. The chocolate crumble cookies, right? Yeah. I want teaspoons. Do I have another teaspoon measure here? I have half a teaspoon. I'll use that one. Okay. Brown sugar is here. We want 6 tablespoons. excuse me, was I saying teaspoon? I meant tablespoon, but this is half a tablespoon. So we're gonna do 12 of these. And this might be tough because this brown sugar's kind of got moisture in there and it's kind of clumped up, right? Yeah, I'd actually kind of have to eyeball it. Oh no, that's not gonna work well at all, is it? Hold up. Oh, what a disaster. Looking for something heavy I can put this with without I guess like I rub it together like this, kind of grinds it down, you know. There, that kind of works. Am I measuring? Still going to be really lumpy, probably. Hopefully, when it cooks, it melts a bit. That looks like a lot of brown sugar. So let's say that is not okay. All right, then we're going back to the mustard. 2 more teaspoons of this. Oh, that's what a mess. What a mess. And then nutmeg, which is an interesting little addition here. I happen to have some. I think I also got this from the cookies. 1/4 teaspoon. Just gonna eyeball that. All right. Mix that together. Actually, first, let's pick the veggies because these have been steaming for a while now. You know what? That's perfect. That's perfect. All right. I'm gonna turn off this heat and set these aside. That's really hot. All right, off with the veggies and on with the potatoes. We got 6 minutes going on our meatloaf. Get these up to a boil at the highest heat level. Mix this together. Break it up a bit. I think the nutmeg is gonna do interesting things here. I don't really like adding all this brown sugar. I hope that doesn't make it too sweet. Maybe I should have used honey instead. It wouldn't have been so lumpy. So I mean, like the ketchup itself is gonna have sugars, right? So hopefully that doesn't turn out too sweet. What is this cooking stream without a little stuff, huh? Oh, I brought this. I could use this actually for mixing, huh? One of these. A whisk. Move this handle on this side so I can't accidentally knock it off or something. That's working much better actually. I think the timing of all of this is going to work out pretty well, actually. Got 4 minutes left on the meatloaf. So the recipe says after you put the sauce on it, you cook it for another 10 to 20 minutes. Now that's quite a range. I think I'm going to do it like 12. And then check it, and I don't know if it looks weird after that, if it looks too moist or something, I will put it in for a couple more minutes. All right, I think that is sufficiently declumped. That looks like it's going to turn out pretty well, actually. Potatoes going. You're gonna make like a milk mixture to move in, milk and butter mixture to put into the potatoes. Yes, you know what? Let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit. Not brushing it off. Yeah, the edge of my or my dirty. Clean up this area a bit. I think we're doing all right. Water does not seem to be boiling yet. Move it off to this side here. I can take out the meatloaf when it's ready. So it should start going soon. Whew. It's warm in here. Brought a fan in here or something. How's your day, chat? Chat didn't quiet during the stream. I know it's in bad taste to complain about chat during your stream, but I'm enjoying myself, if nothing else, right? There's a lot of cleanup, especially because this isn't obviously anywhere near my kitchen. Carry things back and forth between the sink and everything, but it's fine. It's all good, right? I can see the meatloaf in there boiling and bubbling, so that's good. Moisture. That's what we want. to take a picture. Gotta remember to take a picture of this time before I eat any of it. All right. It's gonna be really hot. Let's see if I can do this without burning myself. I'm at a weird angle here too. Ooh. Yeah, that's hot. Oh, ooh, ooh. Yeah. Okay. Let's try it with 2 hands. My mom would say God gave me 2 hands, so that's hot. Okay, there we go. Good. Good enough. All right. Our potatoes are boiling there, so that's good. Looks kind of gray, doesn't it? Kind of gray. That's what you get when you use white meat for this. But that's fine. It's fine. Presentation is important. But taste, flavor. Ooh. Sorry about that. Let me turn this down so that there's a lot of oil or the flame is too high. Use a spoon. I'm gonna spread this down here. Oh. Turned it down too low there. Okay. We will put our soft meatloaf back in the oven for another 12 minutes. Quite the mess here. Hold on. Boom. Okay. Bake 350. 12 minutes. Start. Eat a little bit. Man with the most girl power in the core, flex on those thoughts. You know, that's kind of you know what? I'll take it. Girl power, sure, why not? The girls don't seem interested in taking it. All right. So this mashed potato recipe, they are gonna have me do this interesting little like sauce with salt, butter, and milk. So let's go ahead and start prepping that. I have another pan for that, and that is first off, let me get the milk. I left that in the refrigerator. Let me go grab that real quick. All right, we're using full fat. We will use this saucepan. Okay, 6 tablespoons butter, 1 cup whole milk, and fine sea salt. Well, I don't have any fine sea salt. I just have salt, so we're gonna use that. 1 cup of milk. Wait, I just remembered that this recipe is for like 5. This recipe is for like 5 pounds, and I'm only doing like 1 pound of potato. So let's not do 1 cup of whole milk. Let's do closer to a quarter cup. All right, 1/4 cup. All right. And then it's saying 6 tablespoons of butter. Let's do closer to like tablespoon and a half. Put my butter. Oh, it's over here. Okay. You know, I think that's more than a tablespoon and a half. I'm tempted to just use all this, just get rid of it. Sure, we'll have extra buttery potatoes. I guess that couldn't hurt.
Well, that year totally sucked. Let's try again, shall we?
And salt. Once again, ideally I would have at least 2 burners. I'd be cooking this already, but I do not. So we'll just leave that there for now. That's the potatoes. They are. Ooh, that handle is hot. We're looking for soft potatoes. That fork to go just right through them. Still a little firm. I'm gonna keep them going for. Wow, man, we got 740 on the meatloaf. I think this is all gonna work out. I think we're gonna be, because like they want the meatloaf to like sit for 10 minutes before you eat it. Like, who does that? Who lets food sit before you eat it? Right? Get out of here. But if we actually do that, then I think our timing is gonna be good. And our potatoes are gonna be done around the time the meatloaf is done. This is actually working out pretty well, I think. Let me put this milk away. You know what? Party night. Party night. Have ourselves a little party, right? Let's cut loose. Let's cut loose with the Monster Ultra Strawberry Dreams. Other way around, this way, right? We're gonna get wild up in this bitch. I need to figure out how to do the echo filter so I can do the thing Pippa does where she get the echo filter on, you know. That stuff's good. I'm sure like the marketing, like the way it's so like obnoxiously pink is they're like trying to market it towards women, right? I'm sure. But I don't care. It's good. Good stuff. I know that Rockstar, they also make a pink one that's like whipped strawberry. That one's pretty good, but you gotta be careful with that because like this is the ultra, so it has like 10 calories. Can you see that? try not to spill it when I point it out, but that has 10 calories. The Rockstar one has, it's just the regular calorie limit. It's like 280 or something like that. And I try very much not to drink calories, you know what I mean? Getting very close on those potatoes. I'm gonna give them like 3 or 4 more minutes. And then we will get this on the burner, get that starting to melt while we start mashing. Where did my masher go? Here it is. Just another. I'm gonna mash those potatoes like they've never been mashed before. I'm not gonna believe the level of mashing that we're gonna do to these potatoes. Good stuff. Whew. All right, we got 4 minutes and 7 seconds left on the meatloaf. Go ahead and cut. Let's give it a. Let's wait until this says 2 minutes. You don't want to like underboil your mashed potatoes. You can overboil them, that's fine, but you don't want to underboil them. So, just to be safe, let's give them another 2 minutes. I'm really happy with how this is turning out so far, though. I wonder why this camera. So, okay, I'll talk about this. I was trying to get it hooked up so I could use my iPhone as the camera for this, right? Since I don't need to, I'm not doing tracking of my model right now, so I can use my iPhone as the camera, right? And you're supposed to be able to do that. You're supposed to be able to like hook up your iPhone to a computer and use it as a camera. I've accidentally done it before, where I've started up a video app and it says like, oh, do you want to use your phone as a camera? Well, no. Or like a Discord will do that. Do you want to use your phone as a camera, as a microphone? I couldn't get that to happen. I don't know why. I followed instructions online. I, turned off Bluetooth and turned it on again on both of the devices, and with the cable connected, without a cable connected, and just nothing worked. So I was thinking of getting like another webcam rather than this, piece of garbage you can see. Like I can see the stream and it's like out of focus and stuff. The prices are not great though. Like the cheapest one I could find that did 1080p at 60 frames per second was a Razer branded one. I mean, just looking at what I could pick up today at either like Walmart or other stores in the area, and it looked all right. But like the thing is, like to adjust any of the settings on that thing, you had to use their own software. You had to use okay, got this ready to do. Okay, let me turn this off. You had to use the Razer software, which of course you can only install on Windows. And I mean, at least it is smart enough that it will like hold on to those settings, and like you could use it on your Mac with the settings that you set on the Windows machine. It's still a pain in the ass though, I don't want to deal with that. And I don't know if like anybody wants that garbage on the Windows machine. All right, I'm gonna strain this, and we're at that couple minutes here. It shouldn't take a couple minutes. It'll probably just take 1 minute, but let me strain the water here. All right, water strained. Once again, like I said, I just poured it out this spout here, like that. managed to, keep my hand on the lid so it didn't fall off and spill the potatoes everywhere. Headphones back on here. All right. I'm gonna turn this back on. Just dry for a little while, just to get some of the moisture out of the potatoes. Get more of the moisture. All right, this is done. I'm gonna. Well, I'll let the fan stop whirring, and then I'll open it up and let it start cooling. Where's my this guy? Let's get this here. Alright, that's probably good. This sauce, you want to basically cook it until the butter is all mixed up. All mixed up. What am I saying? All like melted. All melted down. All right, let's start mashing. Here we go. So, mashed potatoes. You mash them until you think they're done, right? Until you think they're all mashed and they can't get mashed anymore. But then you keep mashing them, right? Because when you think they're all mashed up, they are not, in fact, all mashed up. You have to really mash them. Which means mashing them more than you think you need to mash. That's fine, because those things are mashing up really nice. Look at that. Look at all those mashed potatoes. Got the skins on there. We got all the vitamins from the skins still in there. Oh, damn, it's gonna be good. Okay, open that up and start letting that cool down. Oh, I lost my fork. I'll pick it up in a minute. Go wash it. Mash it more. What was that thing that that character in Lord of the Rings said? Boil them up, mash them up, put them in a stew. Something like that, right? I don't know. I saw that movie once. I never read any of the books or anything. Not my... Fantasy isn't really my favorite genre. I prefer like sci-fi. Like in the sci-fi fantasy genre, I definitely prefer the sci-fi half of it. Hold up. That's good. That's done there. Okay. Turn that off. Start folding this in there. Mash it up. Oh, making a mess here, but that's fine. All for the service of delicious buttery mashed potatoes. Look how mashed those are. I'm getting a workout here, damn. More of a workout than I usually get with my right arm. Okay. That in there. Let's get this out of the way. We don't need you any more burner food. Good job today. All right, what do you think? Think that's done? think we might be done there. That is a lot of mashed potatoes. Wow, okay. Let's start plating. Let's start plating. My plate. Plate. Here. Actually, start with vegetables. You remember the vegetables? Vegetables might be getting a little lonely. They still, yeah, they're still very. I can kill them. I need to go clean my fork. 1 second, be right back. I dropped it on the floor, so I want to wash it. The vegetables I want to put in this little dish off to the side. I don't want to put them on the main plate because this sauce is runny. It's just going to get all over the plate, right? So we want to put it in its own little bowl so it can run all over the place in its own little bowl and not affect anything else. Still breathing hard. I'm fat and I did all that exercise mashing the potatoes. Pardon me for being fat and out of breath. It's summer now, so I've been back to my routine of taking a long walk. And we got to start that up again. Hopefully I'll lose some more weight this summer like I did last summer. Ah! It's fine. It's fine. You know, can I just use this thing? There. Kind of got some 1970s colors going on with the green and the orange, but think of the nutrition. There's sauce on there. Do a little bit of this too. A little bit more. Okay. Plate here. Where's that wooden? In fact, I put the wooden thing on. Oh, whatever. Okay, we'll use this. No, that has sauce on it. Here, I'll use. Oh, I have this. This is perfect. This is perfect. Trying to get like a nice rounded shape to it. It's not going to be perfect. Okay. Now, finally, the star of the show. This is going to be cool enough for me to just wrap it out like this. Whew. Okay. Right. See if we can get this out nice and flat, like a little soft. Maybe I want to cook it for a little bit more. Let's have a look. You know what? That'll work. Holy shit, that smells amazing. Yeah, it didn't it didn't bind together very well, did it? That's just kind of a sloppy loose meat. So should I have used more oats, maybe? Now, I don't have any raw chives because they were too expensive. You can use these dehydrated things. Finished. Take a picture of this. Take a picture of this before I start staring into it. Boom. Alright, you know, now you guys can hear the finder, I see all the mess. Gotta make it up, just clean it up a little bit here. Hello. Try this again. All right. Taste test time. Let's do this. I already have a good idea of how the potatoes and the vegetables are going to taste. So let's try the meatloaf first, shall we? Nice view of that. Got the meat in the All right, here we go. All right. Definitely have a problem where the meat is not binding together very well. It just, the same way it's falling apart in this fork, is falling apart in my mouth. I don't like that. Definitely need to add more oats or breadcrumbs or whatever. I mean, I did what the recipe told me, but yeah, this is just, it's just like loose meat. But the taste. The sauce is too sweet. I did go overboard. I mean, I don't think I added more than the recipe asked for in this sauce. But if I were gonna do this recipe again, I would definitely cut back on, what did it want? It wanted 6 tablespoons of light brown sugar. Yeah, maybe half that. But in terms of moisture, we have the moisture in there. It's not dry at all. So we succeed on that front. Definitely taste the savory stuff in there. The you know, Worcestershire sauce and all that. Good. On the whole, good. I give it a 7 out of 10. All right, let's try these potatoes. See the consistency there. I think I did a pretty good job of getting it not lumpy. Yes, I did. Can taste that butter sauce. That's coming along good. Very good texture. No, I did a good job on these. Not lumpy at all. Yeah, no, this is good. Try the Brussels sprouts. So afraid of Brussels sprouts, huh? Well, I'm not. I mean, that honey sauce is good. It's all right, but I think, like, yeah, this salt and pepper. Excuse me, the steak seasoning mix. Let me grab it. This is really helping it out, I think. Good stuff. I have it backwards again, don't I? Very good on vegetables as well. Not too soft, not too hard. I did a good job on consistency on this. Very good flavor. All right. I'm happy. Meatloaf could be better. I didn't do a great job on that. In terms of, you know, the consistency and everything. Maybe baking it a little bit longer would have helped too. But flavor's all right. As long as you don't get too much sauce in your bite. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's all right. Go back to those potatoes. I think the potatoes turn out best of all. Perhaps you would want a little bit more butter on there. I think just what's in there right now, just with that milk, it's just fine as on its own. And then, but you know, close behind those potatoes are these vegetables. These came out good as well. Can I please grab a carrot? Thank you. All right. We will call it there. And I'm gonna finish this. At least the serving. You know, obviously I'm not gonna eat all of it. Overall, a huge success, I think. Good stuff. Good stuff. Might stream more Minecraft tonight. Just had a lot of fun last night. I didn't play for very long. I only did it for like 2 hours, but you know, it felt like I could have gone for. I was gonna say I felt like I could have gone for 2 more, but actually no, I was pretty tired at the end of it. But I don't know. I got some stuff I need to do first. But you know, I might do more tonight. I think it would be fun. As for these cooking streams, let them cook. You know, now that I have this new setup kind of worked out, and like how to properly like take notes for these and all that sort of thing. Yeah, I'll do more. God, when I look at my screen coming back, this camera is just garbage. I guess I am gonna have to spring for a new camera of some sort. This thing's supposed to be like 1080p, but I think that's a lie. I think it was just Chinese crap, you know. Not that you can buy anything that doesn't come from China nowadays, but I need to get Chinese non-crap, you know what I mean? Like how blurry and just the focus. Anyway. So I can't guarantee I'll do these weekly, but I'm gonna try to do at least like 2 or 3 a month, right? Yeah, fun. Anyway, until next time, which might be later tonight, with more Minecraft. If I do Minecraft, I'll probably, probably go back to Twitch. I feel like I'm getting close to making some progress over on Twitch. Finally, you know, the subs have been going up slowly, but since I've gone back there. Anyway, until next time. Majishi Night. Did anyone get the pun in the stream title, by the way? Did anybody get that? I mean, I feel like some of you, even if you're not boomers, would get it, right? It's very funny. Like, all of my jokes are absolutely hilarious, but anyway.
この番組は楽しい食生活と健康をお届けする雪印乳業と雪印ローリー雪印食品の提供でお送りしました。
5時半からはニュースコースです。
味噌ラーメンも